Hi guys, this is an art tech video tutorial. We are going to look at how to add shapes in Adobe Illustrator. We're going to use the Pathfinder, and first what we're going to do is open up a basic CMYK document. I'm going to title it Making a Compound Path, and then we're going to click the OK button. The width and height is 5 inches, don't forget. Change your units first, then come over to the width and height. Change that. Alright, let me go ahead and make a basic workspace so that it looks similar to yours. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is going to tear off the rectangle tool so I have access to all the tools at once. Makes it much easier. Alright. The next thing I want to do is come up to View and Show Grid. The grid will allow me to set things up so that I can maintain a balance of shapes. Alright, and you'll understand that in a second. So the first thing I want to do is take my ellipse and draw a perfect circle. So what I need to do first is click and drag and then hold down Shift to maintain the width and the height, thus making a perfect circle. Otherwise we'd get an ellipse. So again, hold down Shift. Now I'm going to go ahead and also hold down my space bar, and that allows me to move it around. That allows me to move it around. School just started, by the way.
Good morning, Spartans. Please stand for the flag.
Okay, we're back. The flag salute is over. Now I can continue. So I'm going to take my selection tool, my black arrow, and here's where the grid comes in handy. I want to go ahead and make sure that my bounding box around my circle lines up with the grid lines. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's going to be helpful. Okay, now I have a white fill and a black stroke. I want to reverse that, so I'm going to come over here and hit X. Actually, I'm going to hit Shift X, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit X to bring up the stroke, and then I'm going to delete the stroke. So get that red slash for that stroke. Okay, X again brings up the fill box in front of the stroke box. Okay, now what I thought I would make today is a key. Now I went ahead and Googled key just to get some ideas, and I want to make it similar to this without the decorative elements. So this is sort of an inspirational picture. I'm not going to try to copy it. Okay? Alright, but I'm looking at some of the cutouts here that I want to sort of utilize in the design way. Okay? Alright, going back to Illustrator now, I'm going to go ahead and hold down my Option key, and I get that double arrow, and so I'm going to move that over. I know I'm going to be copying it because that's what it does for me. I'm going to hold down Shift as I do it. That maintains its Y coordinate so that it doesn't go off the Y coordinate up and down. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and look at this. Now there's a function called Control Y, and what that does, it allows us to see the outline. So that's just an outline mode. And so I'm going to go ahead and move that over so that they're touching slightly. And again, the Control Y will really show the connection here, as you can see. Perfect. So I do Control Y again. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy this circle. So I'm going to hold down Option, and then I'm going to bring it up. If you can see where that X is, the center of that circle, it's right on the intersection of those grid boxes. So I'm going to let go. Okay. Control Y. You can see how they line up. Looks pretty good. Okay, Control Y again, and now I'm going to go ahead and bring up my Pathfinder. Okay, and so with that Pathfinder, I want to be able to add these 3 circles. But I think I want to go ahead and move that up just a little bit higher. Almost looks like a 3-leaf clover. Okay, so I'm going to select them all by dragging out that black selection arrow and hit the Add to Shape. Okay, now I'm not going to expand it just yet. Okay, I want to hold off on that in case I need to tweak this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my rectangle tool, Control Y, and I'm holding down the Option key, and what that does is it keeps it centered. And I want that rectangle roughly that size in its width. Okay, I'm going to take my selection tool back. I'm just going to go ahead and hit my down arrow while holding Shift, and then I'm going to make it a little bit longer. Come down and Control Y to see what it looks like. It's looking good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and select it all. I'm going to go ahead and expand, add to it. Okay, so you notice that? Alright, I'm going to take another rectangle, and I'm going to go ahead and make part of the end of the key. Again, we're not concerned too much that it's exactly like this. This is just an inspirational photo. It's not supposed to be exact. Okay, now I'm going to take that black arrow, hold down Option, hold down Shift. Again, Option gives me that double arrow. Okay, now I'm going to select these both. And I'm going to go to the Align palette. Now the Align palette helps you distribute your objects, and if you look really closely to the left icon, hover over it, it says Horizontal Align Left. Okay, now I want it to align with this rectangle. So first I'm going to go ahead and align left. That matches those two up, and then see if this works. No, it doesn't. Actually, what I want to do is, what I should have done was, before I made a compound of these, I should have kept this alone. That way I could have selected individually, but it doesn't matter. I'll just go ahead and nudge it in manually. There we go. So that should work. Okay, now I want to make this just a touch smaller, just give it a variety. Okay, maybe a little bit thinner. Okay, alright, I'm going to select it all, and then I'm going to go back to my Pathfinders and Add to Shape. Okay, so now it's all one compound path. Now I haven't expanded it yet, but I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to click the Expand button. There you go. One single shape. Now I'm going to take my Ellipse tool one more time, and somewhere in the center here, now I did move it out of place, so what I'm going to do is do Control Y, and I'm going to move this over so that the center lines up with the line, and then also right here, this little blue handle lines up, so I know that this is going to be the center. So I'm going to take my ellipse, and I'm going to grab the Shift key and Option key, and what it's going to do is going to create a circle, and it's going to stretch out from the center. That's while holding Shift and Option. Okay, Control Y to bring it back to normal mode instead of the preview mode, and then I'm going to select both, and I'm going to subtract. Then I'm going to expand it all. Okay? It's very basic, but that's my key. So I could go ahead and rotate that just to give you another angle. Okay? I'm going to put it back, and then go ahead and duplicate this one, hold shift, and just for the heck of it, I'll just give it another color. Okay, and that's about it. So you see it was fairly simple, and a few functions that we haven't done before, like the from the Align palette. Okay, and that's it. So you can see you can use your shape tools to build up a compound path. Okay, nothing terribly difficult or complex, but that's the point. You sort of make a symbol, a representation, a simple representation of a real item. Okay, thank you.